Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly forecast for Monday, November 1st through Sunday, November 7th. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for supporting me and helping my channel to grow. For those of you who are newcomers to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking and sharing this video. And check out Ask Me a Question in the description box below. Is for people who are only interested in knowing one thing about their chart, one or two things, whatever, and don't necessarily need their whole chart to be done. But if you would like to have your entire chart done, there's also a link there to my website, okay, where you can get more information on that. And check out my monthly forecasts. So for this week, excuse me, okay, on Monday, November 1st, there's actually only like 4 major aspects this week, okay? So on Monday, there is Mercury in Libra trine Jupiter in Aquarius. On Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn. On Thursday, November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio opposes Uranus in Taurus. And on Saturday, Mercury in Scorpio sextiles Venus in Capricorn. And on the 5th, let's see here, Venus moves into Capricorn and Mercury moves into Scorpio. Okay, so for Aries, okay, on Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your 7th house trines Jupiter transiting in your 11th house of Aquarius. Very nice trine from your house of partnerships, 7th house. Okay, romantic, business, close friends, something or other. It looks like to your 11th house of friends and associates, organizations that you might belong to, but it's also your house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. So maybe at this time, your partner is doing something to support you, perhaps socially, like attending some kind of function or whatever with you, or even introducing you to someone maybe that you wanted to meet that they know. This could even be a friend just doing this, but they're, I don't know, to me it looks like they're kind of showing you off to their friends. So they could be like just introducing you around or something or other. But there could also be some help here in achieving some kind of goal. That's what the 11th house is also, okay? Dreams, hopes, and wishes. So some kind of dream that you've been chasing for a while now. And you still have time here because Jupiter's still in your 11th house till the end of December. So still have time there to achieve it. So this could be one of those days where you actually do or get some help in getting there. On Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury again in Libra in your 7th house squares Pluto transiting in your 10th house of Capricorn. Now all this is you know, your 10th house is your career, your public life, like how you're known by reputation professionally and personally. And again, your 7th house being your partnerships and close relationships. Sometimes this is maybe someone pulling you aside, maybe telling you that, I don't know, maybe watch what you say when you're in public, or watch what you even post in social media or something like that. Could reflect on your reputation negatively, or just something or other. You know, it's just like someone giving you a word of advice. Maybe you don't even want it or even need it, but you know, somebody could just like pull you aside in regards to your career or your outer persona, your reputation and stuff like that, and tell you something about maybe what you shouldn't do and maybe what you should do. On Thursday, November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 8th house opposes Uranus transiting in Taurus in your 2nd house. So these are both of the money houses, okay? The 8th house is other people's resources and money. It's jointly held property with a partner. Could be business partner or romantic partner or anyone actually. But having the sun here right now, especially having Uranus in your second house of earned income, how you earn your money, means that at times the money like fluctuates. There's increases, then there's decreases. It goes up and down, or it's not consistent. Even if you have like a full-time job, there's still something that's going on that's a little bit different with your money, and actually even how you earn it. You could be doing something even on the side that's a little different than you would normally be doing in order to earn money. So all this is possibly like an unexpected bill may be coming in, or you know, something from like a letter from the bank telling you you're overdrawn, or something with your credit card companies, anything like that. But 8th house is also, it's a money house, but it's like money coming to you through means other than earning it. So it's like a settlement of some kind, insurance settlement, legal settlement, refunds, or something or other. But because it's opposing the planet Uranus, I would have to say that maybe, you know, whatever kind of insurance you have, you might want to check to make sure that you're not paying for something you didn't ask for. You could be being billed for health insurance or some other car insurance, whatever, homeowners, or something or other that you did not sign up for. And this could be like the day that you discover something like that. Or there's something unusual going on with your bank accounts or your credit cards or something, okay? Things aren't what you thought they were, okay? On Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 8th house sextiles Venus transiting in your 10th house of Capricorn. So your 8th house being other people's resources and money, but not always money. Sometimes it's someone's time or someone putting in a good word for you. That's kind of like what this could be right now. Is a nice sextile to Venus. Someone is in your 10th house of career, okay, and how the public views and speaks about you. So somebody could actually be putting in a good word for you as far as your career goes, or speaking publicly about you. I don't know, it's just someone taking the time to do something, some kind of favor possibly for you, or giving you access to something that they have that will like up your career status in some way or other, okay? Or even your personal, if you're, even if you don't work at all, you're retired or something, someone's still putting in a good word for you or making you look good in like your own community or something. Okay, for Taurus, on Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your 6th house trines Jupiter transiting in your 10th house of Aquarius. So your 6th house is the kind of work that you do, the workplace, your co-workers, your health, actually, service to others. It's kind of like your everyday life, almost like your 3rd house. But, you know, Mercury's the only thing that's here right now just for a little while, just yet. And the very nice trine from your 6th house of the workplace and work to your 10th house of your career, it looks like, obviously, that you're getting some kind of praise or hopefully more money. Let's hope cash or something or other, some kind of perk or benefit or whatever to your career, your job, your position at work. So because it's Mercury, I would have to say that maybe someone has put in a good word for you, and now it's finally, you know, promotion of some kind is finally coming through. Or if you've already received a promotion, there's still something like going on with that it is even more elevated. You may be given an even higher position than the previous one that you were just promoted to, something like that. Either way, it's a good thing, a good word being put in regards to your job or your career. Or if you don't work at all or you're retired or something, there's still something that you do, let's say like even in your community, that is giving you some kind of like good publicity. People are saying very nice things about you. On Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury again in Libra in your 6th house squares Pluto, transiting in your 9th house of Capricorn. So this is kind of like the 9th house is many things. It's your opinions, your beliefs, your religious beliefs, your philosophy on life. It's higher learning and knowledge. Many things. So, but I would have to say that we're going to go with knowledge here, simply for the fact that it's Mercury in your 6th house of the workplace and your co-workers. And usually what happens with this is you don't agree with the way a job is being done, or you feel you know better, or you have a different way of doing something at work that works for you, or you think is more like is correct. And maybe other people around you are doing something incorrectly, or you're not going to do the same thing that your co-workers do, okay? Like, because you know better, you know differently. So that seems to be the thing here, is you're just not going along with whatever other people are doing in the workplace, okay? Because you have a different outlook on it, or you have you're more knowledgeable in that area, so you feel that they're doing something incorrectly. On Thursday, November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 7th house opposes Uranus transiting in your 1st house of Taurus. So this is kind of like the day where, you know, your 7th house is your close relationships and partnerships. So all these planets are in Scorpio in your 7th house right now, including Mars. So check out your monthly forecast, because I covered all that there. So you have people kind of like coming at you a bit aggressively, either a romantic partner, a business partner, an open enemy, or even like just a friend, but everybody's being a little bit more aggressive towards you right now. So on this day, this is one of those days where you're just going to, like, you know, I don't know, flip out maybe, possibly, or have someone flip out on you. Just, you know, all kinds of stuff coming out of your mouth about whatever, you know, things that really probably need to be said, you know. But I'd have to say that this is somebody possibly taking some kind of move against you that is very surprised by your reaction to it, because they weren't expecting whatever it is that you do or you say. Okay, so it's very sudden, very unexpected. But I believe that whomever might do something like this is the one that's on the receiving end of that. I believe your reaction to whatever may be happening on this day is the surprise to them, not necessarily you. Okay. On Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 7th house, sextiles Venus, transiting in your 9th house of Capricorn. So we're back to your 7th house of partnerships and close relationships, to your 9th house of, you know, your religious beliefs, your philosophy on life, your knowledge, we've already mentioned. Your background, though, kind of, your cultural background. This 9th house is also big travel and communication house. So you could actually be making some kind of plans to travel with a friend or a partner, okay, a romantic partner, or it could even be for business. But it's something that, if it is, let's say, work-related, that there's still something fun that you're going to do while you're there, wherever it is that you're possibly going. You know, like you could be there for business, but down the road is some like famous club that you've always heard about, you know, and you're going to go there. Or it is just like a very nice trip that you're taking, let's say, like with a friend or a romantic partner, and there's something that is there that you would like to do that's a bit of like an adventure. It's something a little different. Okay, so for Gemini, on Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your 5th house trines Jupiter, transiting in your 9th house of Aquarius. So we've still got, you know, Mercury in your 5th house of romance and fun. It's still the house of fun, speculation, creativity, all kinds of stuff here. So it's getting ready to move into Scorpio, but it's making this one last aspect here, kind of, to Jupiter in your 9th house of foreign anything, foreign travel, foreign languages, people. I'd have to say, you know, because Jupiter has been here, and it is the natural ruler of the 9th house, it's been here like all year, you know. If you haven't taken a trip yet, this would be the time to do something like that. You know what I mean? It's almost, it's not like it's your last chance or anything, but it seems like it would be more during a transit like this, that you're doing something for fun. You're taking some kind of trip, or 9th house is also the house of higher learning or learning anything. So there could actually be something that's either being taught to you. You're kind of like an apprentice. It's not even like you're in a regular school setting. You could even be learning this online, or it's just somebody showing you how to do something you've always wanted to know. But it could be something very creative. Okay, so it could be anything actually, but many things here. But I'd have to say, if you wanted to travel, this would be like a day to do something like that. On Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury again in Libra in your 5th house squares Pluto, transiting in your 8th house of Capricorn. So like all this is, you know, 8th house is other people's resources and money. It's also things that you may share with a partner, like property or bank accounts, credit cards, things like that. So on this day, could be something like, you know, wanting to use money for a certain thing, usually fun, because this is coming from the 5th house, right? Or to take a chance, gamble possibly, something like that. It's almost like you have to check with someone else to see if you're able to get at, you know, the credit cards or the bank accounts or something like that. Or if there isn't a partner that you share anything with, you're still like kind of just checking yourself to see how much money is there, and to see if you can afford to, you know, withdraw this or that in order to do something that I think is like, I think it's for fun, something you're going to do for fun. On Thursday, November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 6th house opposes Uranus transiting in your 12th house of Taurus. So you have all these planets in Scorpio now in your 6th house of the workplace and the kind of work that you do, and your co-workers, okay? So this opposition to Uranus in your 12th house of secrets and behind-the-scenes actions taken by you or someone else, okay? I would have to say that at this time, you may see something at work, you know, that happens. It could be between co-workers or people you work with, or something about the building you work in, or whatever. Or you could be pulled aside and let in on some kind of secret regarding a co-worker or boss or your company, even something that's going on or maybe going on in the future. It just looks like there's some kind of secret coming out, and that you're learning about. Okay, I don't believe it's like right out there in the open for everyone to know about. I just think it could be something that you accidentally even stumble across. Okay, on Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 6th house, sextiles Venus, transiting in your 8th house of Capricorn. So now we have a very nice sextile from your house of, like, employment, work, co-workers, kind of work that you do too. Your 8th house of other people's resources and money, where you have Venus, and Venus is going to be here for a while. Okay, you'll have to check out your monthly horoscope for that, but it looks like you are either being given some kind of extra perk or some kind of benefit at work. Could be in addition to like your health insurance or something, or access to something that maybe your other co-workers don't have. It could be a little bit of an increase in benefits, not necessarily your wages though. Okay, so there's something that possibly dealing with the kind of work that you do that is giving you access to something that other people that you work with won't have. Okay, so it's probably a good idea not to tell them about it. It's not like it's a big secret, but if they would know that you were getting something they weren't, they'd probably be a little bit upset about that, right? Okay, so for Cancer, on Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your 4th house trines Jupiter, transiting in your 8th house of Aquarius. So all of these planets were just in your 4th house of your home. Okay, Mercury's getting ready to leave your 4th house where you have Libra and move into your 5th house of Scorpio. So it's making this one last transit to, okay, your 8th house of other people's resources and money. Okay, now having Jupiter and Saturn here for as long as they have been, this is like the house of inheritances and legacies. I'd have to say that somewhere along the line, within, especially within this past year, that you were given something for your home. It could have been an heirloom or something that's been in, you know, your family for a long time. It could have been something from your childhood that you'd always liked and someone knew that. So if you haven't received something like that for your home, or some kind of personal something or other that someone has and they're giving it to you. Okay, this might be the day that you would get something like that. Okay, on Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury again in Libra in your 4th house squares Pluto, transiting in your 7th house of Capricorn. So this isn't like too big of a deal, you know. It's again coming from your 4th house of home and family to your 7th house of close relationships and partnerships, and a lot of times maybe your personal life or your family may be getting in the way of, let's say, like your relationship with anybody, a close relationship. So this is just one of those days where maybe you may put your family first, or have to do something or take care of even some kind of personal matter before you're able to like get together with whomever, a friend, a romantic partner, or a business partner. Okay. On Thursday, November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 5th house opposes Uranus, transiting in your 11th house of Taurus. So your 5th house is your house of fun, okay, entertainment of any kind, gambling, speculation, creativity, big romance house, okay, children, any kind of amusements. So your 11th house is like your most sociable house. It's your friends, where you would normally go to hang out. It's any kind of organization that you belong to. Having the planet Uranus here for as long as it has been has made like some pretty unique and different kind of people coming into your circle of friends. Right now I'd have to say that you could have a little bit of an upset, let's say in your love life possibly, with one of your friends, maybe saying something or doing something in regards to somebody that you're dating. If it's not romance, it could be a creative project that maybe you're not even involved with this person in a collaboration or anything like that, but somebody could have a thing or two to say about something that you're doing that is creative. Okay, and excuse me, this is an opposition, remember. Okay, so this is to Uranus, brings about very unexpected and sudden like occurrences. Okay, so you could be pretty surprised by something like this. In fact, it could happen when you were out somewhere, out like you know, socializing. You're out at a club or something, or some bar that you would normally hang out at, and something very unusual could happen between you and someone else. Okay, This could even be just being totally floored by running into an old flame and just totally not expecting it. Or somebody that you would like, you spent so much time just trying to get away from, and then all of a sudden they're there, you know, and you thought you were rid of them, and then all of a sudden there they are. Okay. On Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 5th house sextiles Venus, transiting in your 7th house of Capricorn. So this is making plans with a close friend or partner to do something like a romantic getaway possibly, or a day trip of some kind, or some kind of time spent together. But it's something that you both agree on. It's something that you both want to do. So it could be something that you planned doing for a while, and now that day has come. Okay. Okay, so for Leo, on Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your 3rd house trines Jupiter, transiting in your 7th house of Aquarius. So just having Mercury there in your 3rd house, just those few more days could bring one last nice communication from your partner, okay, or a close friend. That's what the 7th house is. This is partnerships, romantic, business, close friends, something or other. Or it could be some kind of possible day trip or whatever, or overnight trip or weekend or something or other that you're finally being able to take with a close friend or partner or whatever. But very nice. These two together, Mercury and Jupiter, are travel and communication planets, more or less. Mercury's the big communication planet, but these two together, though, are travel planets. So I'd have to say, if you were going to take some kind of trip, or just even do something in your own area, your own neighborhood, this would be a good day to do it. On Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury again in Libra in your 3rd house squares Pluto, transiting in your 6th house of Capricorn. So your 6th house is the workplace, your co-workers, the kind of work that you do. You know, there's been lots of changes going on here for a long time. I'd have to say, you're working from home possibly. Somebody at work could be wanting you to do a little bit more on this day, even like to the point where you run some kind of errand for the company or something or other, or you do something a little bit more than you normally would if you were actually in physically the building where you would work. Okay. Could also be like a time though where any kind of instructions that you and your coworkers are given is something you're like questioning. It either doesn't make sense to you, or you were told something completely different. So this would be a day where you really double check anything that you're being told, but not even just at work, like some kind of, like I said, instructions or even directions to how to do something, or even if it's to get someplace. So you might want to double check on things like that. Okay, on Thursday, November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 4th house opposes Uranus, transiting in your 10th house of Taurus. So your 4th house is your personal life, your family, the very place where you live, your home or apartment or wherever it is that you live, the people you live with, whether it's family or roommate or if you live alone. But it's your personal life, more or less. Okay, so that's where planets are right now. So that's your focal point. Having Uranus in your 10th house of your career and your outer persona, how the public perceives you, how you're known by reputation professionally and personally. So there's a lot of kind of surprises in this area of your life, just having that planet Uranus there. Very sudden, unexpected things happen to you, possibly in public places, or you are your personal life is like out there for everybody to see for some reason or other. You know, your personal life may be, and even your professional life may be very curious to people. You know, it's like inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so this is like one of those times where something pretty personal, I would have to say, or something about your family or your home or whatever it is that you're doing right now, that is really no one's business but yours, right? It's not like a big deal. It's not like you're trying to keep anything from anyone, but it could be out there in public for some reason or other. You could be being discussed on, we'll say, even social media, okay? So this is just like one of those times. Okay, so you just take it with a grain of salt, whatever. Okay, on Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 4th house, sextiles Venus, transiting in your 6th house of Capricorn. So we're back to possibly working from home again, only this time it's going a lot more smoothly than maybe it has been. Okay, that maybe there's some kind of new arrangement being made between work that you either take home or working from home, or even if you don't work at all or you're retired, there's still something that you do possibly that brings in income of some kind. But 6th house is also the house of service to others, so there could be something that you do for someone else, some kind of favor, and in turn they also do something for you, so it works out. It's like a 50-50 thing. And if you don't have any kind of arrangement like that right now, maybe this is one of those days where you start to make an arrangement like that, where you need help with something and someone else needs help with something, so you help each other out, and it works out fairly between the two of you. Okay, so for Virgo, on Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your 2nd house trines Jupiter, transiting in your 6th house of Aquarius. So very nice between your 2nd house of earned income, how you earn your money, to a trine to your 6th house of the kind of work that you do in the workplace. So I'd have to say that, you know, this is what's going on here. You know, you are either getting a raise or an increase in like more work or something, an increase in clients. Both these planets are travel planets. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you are doing a little bit of traveling, or will be in the future in regards to your job. Your job has expanded in some ways or other, or is being done differently than it was previously. So this is just one of those times where, you know, it looks like having Mercury in your 2nd house, if you were waiting on, like, Mercury's a timer in astrology, okay? So if you were waiting on money that was coming to you, was supposed to be coming to you through work that you've done, even if it's just like a bonus, I would have to say that this would be the day that maybe you'd be on the receiving end of that, or you may even be being told about some kind of bonus that you will receive, like, in the future. Okay, on Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury in Libra in your 2nd house squares Pluto, transiting in your 5th house of Capricorn. So we're back to 2nd house of money. Okay, 5th house of fun. Fun and entertainment and romance, creativity, gambling, speculation. So this is one of those times where you might spend some money. You know, yeah, it could be to speculate even on something that you've been working on. This is the house of creativity also. But, or, you know, it's also the house of children. So there may be something coming up with your child or someone else's, or something dealing with children where you either donate money or you donate your time, or whatever. It's some kind of, I believe, an investment of some kind that maybe you're not sure if you want to make, but if it's something small, like a small wager or whatever, or a small amount of money to part with in order to take a bit of a risk, this wouldn't be that bad. It wouldn't be such a bad idea, okay? On Thursday, November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 3rd house opposes Uranus, transiting in your 9th house of Taurus. Okay, so 3rd and 9th houses are both communication and travel houses. 3rd house is local, ninth house is long distance, okay? So there could be something going on here. The ninth house is also legal matters. It's publishing and media. Third house is the written word. And both of these are internet houses, okay? You know, you could be on the receiving end of some kind of communication. Could even be through regular postal mail. Okay, you could get some kind of letter that you're like, what? Doesn't even make any sense. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind, because you may be receiving a letter, let's say like from, I don't know, some lawyer's office. You know how they just send out these letters, and they think you're going to get all upset about it, and they'll like trick you into responding to something that more than likely has absolutely nothing to do with you. So it's a good idea to not take too seriously whatever kind of a message that you get on this day, or even a conversation from someone. It could really start out as a normal conversation, even like with someone, okay, and it could turn out into a little bit of like an argument even, okay, because your opinions are completely different than the person that you're dealing with, okay. It could be anyone, but like I said, you know, be wary of text messages, voicemail, email, regular postal mail, or whatever, because it could be someone just trying to get a charge out of you, trying to get you to take some kind of action, okay, when it's not necessary, okay. On Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your third house sextiles Venus, transiting in your fifth house of Capricorn. So this is, I think, a nice either day trip or the day spent doing something fun, possibly romantic, having Venus in your fifth house of romance, and it's going to be there till like March of next year. So this is going to be like a theme here. This is the house of fun, the fifth house. Third house is like local travel, local plans of some kind. So maybe you're just doing something like just for the day, but I would think that it's some kind of outing or whatever, that or it could even be attending a party of some kind, but it's something that you've already planned. It's not like spontaneous. It's something you had already planned to do. Okay. Let's see here for Libra. Excuse me. I had to check something out there. Okay. On Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your first house trines Jupiter, transiting in your fifth house of Aquarius. So this has been like the whole month. Okay, Mercury is only going to be here for a few more days, but all these planets were just like in your sign, so you were very active. Especially with Mercury in your first house, makes you very talkative, and probably reached out and touched a lot of people by phone or in person, even just having lots of conversations, or even regular like mail or email. So this could be regarding, fifth house is the house of romance, creativity, gambling, speculation, fun, any kind of entertainment. So this could be in regards to this one last communication to, let's say, romance, you know, sending some kind of little love note or something or other, or in regards to a creative project. You're possibly contacting somebody that you're in collaboration with, or that one last like finishing touch that you're putting on something that if you're just working on your own. Okay, so but it's a very nice, both of these are like travel planets, so I wouldn't be surprised if you were leaving for some kind of trip on this day. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything real far, but or doing something that you planned on doing that was fun, you know, but it could be something that you planned on doing with like a romantic dinner or something like that. Okay, on Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury in Libra in your first house squares Pluto, transiting in your fourth house of Capricorn. So your fourth house is your home life, your family, the people you live with, if it's a roommate or if you live alone, whatever. But it's your personal life, and it's actually where you physically live, your home. So there's probably been some changes that you've made here, like over the years, having Pluto here for as long as it has been, and Venus is going to be here all the way up until March. Okay, so that's good. Nice having Venus in the your personal life. Okay, but right now it looks like you are, I don't know, just you've already been laying down the law as far as that goes with anyone that you live with, or even your neighbors, or a guest possibly even that's staying with you maybe, or something or other. But anything that you changed about your living arrangement, even if it's like where you live, you're like having to remind possibly someone about that. Maybe they're trying to fall back on the old way of doing whatever. Or, you know, you could just even have somebody staying with you that maybe has overstayed. They're welcome. Okay. On Thursday, November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio in your second house opposes Uranus transiting in your 8th house of Taurus. So both of these are money houses. Okay, the second house is your earned income, how you earn your money. 8th house is other people's resources and money and jointly held property or resources with a partner. Having the planet Uranus in the 8th house of inheritances and legacies and insurance payouts, money coming from legal settlements, all kinds of fun stuff. Means that, you know, eventually you could just suddenly be left money by someone that possibly you don't even know. It doesn't have to be someone you know or even be related to. Somewhere down the line, as long as this planet's here, it does bring a lot of unusual occurrences in stuff like this. Okay, other people's resources and money. On this day, though, you know, there could be something going on. Let's say if you do share accounts with a spouse or a business partner, or it could just be something that you stumble across by accident by looking at like your statement, you know, from your bank or credit cards or something, but you could discover like a discrepancy of some kind. Or suddenly realize that so-and-so has spent too much money, or they spent all the money, or they've done something with the accounts that's a little strange or unusual, or your bank has done something like that, like they flagged your account or whatever, you know, so you have to like check that out and see what's going on there, okay? Other than that, a lot of times as far as speculation and gambling go, the aspects like trines and stuff like that are too weak on their own a lot of times to bring about a win of any kind. So sometimes you need like a hard aspect, which is what this is. Sun oppose Uranus, okay, between two money houses. So I'm going to tell you, I would play the lottery on this day, okay, because sometimes that's the only thing an opposition is good for, is it's that powerful tug of war between two planets. Okay, so you might want to just play the lottery on this day. On Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your second house sextiles Venus transiting in your fourth house of Capricorn. So this is very nice, actually. I believe that something that you might have ordered previously for your home, it could be an appliance or something like that, or I don't know, new cable setup or satellite or something. But I believe something that you ordered, it would be arriving on this day for your home, or it could be just something personal maybe that you've paid for already for yourself. Or if that's not the case, this would be the day that you would actually begin something like that. You may purchase something that's like a necessity, kind of, you know, it doesn't have to be. It could be a luxury item, but it's also like useful. Okay. Okay, for Scorpio, on Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your 12th house trines Jupiter transiting in your 4th house of Aquarius. So, you know, still having Mercury in your 12th house kind of makes you, you're still doing a little bit of investigating and checking out things behind the scenes. You're not really letting too many people know what you're up to in regards to your home or your family or anyone that you live with. You could find out actually some pretty good news, okay? If you were checking out, let's say, like a roommate possibly, you know, that, I don't know, it already lives with you, or a new roommate that's about ready to come in. Maybe you're finding out that they're reliable and they're not an axe murderer or something like that, something good, okay? Or you could find out something about your property or the home or apartment even that you live in. Something like good about it that makes it beneficial for you to be living there. Okay? Excuse me. But also, sometimes you may have like come across, I don't know, been digging or even just asking about family, your family, and even your childhood. And you could find out something about your childhood that you didn't know before that makes you like feel better about yourself in some way or other. Something about, I don't know, your family and how you were raised, possibly. On Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury in Libra in your 12th house squares Pluto, transiting in your 3rd house of Capricorn. So we're back to, you know, 3rd house is your everyday life, the people you would encounter throughout the normal course of your day. It's your neighbors, siblings, cousins. So I'm going to have to go with the whole family thing again. That while you were possibly doing a little bit of investigating or just asking around, you know, about anybody, it could have been about family. You could have been trying to find out what was going on with some of your cousins or a sibling or a neighbor even, okay? And this is one of those days where you either do find out something that, you know, you didn't know before. It's neither shocking nor whatever. It's just something you were unaware of, you know, but it's not like a very big deal, I don't think anyways. But it's something, you know, maybe you weren't expecting. Okay. On Thursday, November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 1st house opposes Uranus transiting in your 7th house of Taurus. So this is your 7th house of close relationships and partnerships. This is romance, business partner, or close friend. This is also the house of like open enemies and whatever, but this is like close relationships, okay, with the Sun in your 1st house in opposition to Uranus here. I would have to say that either you or someone that you're close with is kind of like trying to break away, trying to free themselves, get more freedom out of the relationship, maybe not wanting to be tied down with just one person anymore. Maybe you want to see other people, or they want to see other people, or there's got to be some kind of big change within the relationship. You know, even if it's like with a friend, maybe your friend is like too like smothering you or something. They're like always there. You know, you always feel you have to include them in everything with your other friends. Okay, something like that. Okay, something or other. So kind of a little bit of an explosive day, okay, for close relationships. On Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 1st house sextiles Venus, transiting in your 3rd house of Capricorn. So having Mercury in your 1st house does make you very talkative. It makes you reach out and want to contact people, either by phone or message of some kind, or whatever. 3rd house is big communication house. It's also like social media, okay? So you could actually send somebody a message of some kind online, renew a bit of a friendship or something that maybe you haven't been in touch with this person for a while. You could even actually send something, though, through regular postal mail, like a note or card or something or other. You could also be on the receiving end of that very thing right now, because it is like your birthday. It's your birthday month. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly this day that is your birthday, but I think that, you know, you're going to possibly get something pretty nice maybe in the mail, or if not, just like a card of some kind, or some kind of message that is, it could be romantic, but it's, I think it's just like friendly. Okay, for Sagittarius, on Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your 11th house, trines Jupiter transiting in your 3rd house of Aquarius. Okay, so your 11th house is like your most sociable house, okay? Your 3rd house is like, well, actually, it's one of the internet houses, a big communication house. So I would have to say that on this day, more than likely, you would meet someone online, possibly make a new friend or whatever, or hear from, 11th house is also your friends and your associates, okay? That you would hear from someone on this day, possibly on social media, some kind of message, but it could be regular postal mail even, okay? Or phone, you know, cell phone, voicemail, anything, any kind of communication on this day. And I would have to say, I do, you know, 3rd house is like local everything, local travel, local communications, whatever, but having Jupiter here and it being the planet of Sagittarius, the natural ruler of the 9th house and everything, which does govern long distance. So I wouldn't be surprised if it were long distance or from someone possibly in another country. Okay. On Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury again in Libra in your 11th house squares Pluto, transiting in your 2nd house of Capricorn. So I don't really think this is too bad. A lot of times, these two planets together, okay, having Mercury in your 11th house of friends, okay, somebody there could be trying to talk you into doing something that's going to cost you money. That's all. Pluto in your 2nd house of earned income, how you earn your money, okay. So it just could be something like that, or join some kind of organization, or make a donation to some kind of charity or something or other, or be part of something that's going to cost you money. That's all. Somebody could just be trying to talk you into doing something like this. It doesn't mean that you're going to. It's just that, you know, somebody could, like I said, try to appeal to whatever in regards to money and you. On Thursday, November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 12th house opposes Uranus transiting in your 6th house of Taurus. Okay, so this is like a pretty big kind of blowout in a way, but you have planets in your 12th house of behind the scenes, actions, things done in secrets, confidences, whatever, okay? So I think, you know, because Mercury is also here, moves right here, like on the 5th, okay, into Scorpio, and that's always a big investigative kind of thing. But having the Sun here already, I think that maybe you've already started looking behind the scenes, or trying to figure out possibly what's going on at work. Okay, the 6th house is the workplace, your co-workers, the kind of work you do. It's your house of health, though, and also the house of service to others. But right now, I would have to say it has something to do with work. There could be some kind of big shake-up going on there. You may know about it. You may know that it's coming. You may find out in a roundabout way of something that's supposed to be a secret that is going to be happening wherever it is that you work, or in the industry that you work in, or the kind of work that you do. If you're self-employed, you know, there's some kind of shake-up or whatever that's happening, okay? Could even be between you and someone you work with, or you and a client, but I really don't see that happening because the sun, all these things are in your house of secrets and laying low right now, all your planets that are in Scorpio. And the opposition is from your 12th house, okay, to the 6th house. So I would have to say that your reaction to anything that might happen is like a secret, kind of. You're not letting on that whatever happened, that may have even happened between you and someone you work with, okay? On Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 12th house, sextiles Venus transiting in your 2nd house of Capricorn. So I think this is a very nice transit here, okay? You could be getting a because gift, kind of, for your birthday. You know, those of you born at the end of this month or even into next month, somebody could be doing something very nice for you. It could be one of those secret admirer type things even. Somebody sending you a little gift or a card or a message even that... I would have to say, though, to me it looks like it's a gift of some kind, and you know, it's Venus related, so I would have to say it's something that you really, really like. It doesn't always have to be a luxury item. You know, anything to do with art or you know, jewelry or cologne, perfume, something like that. It doesn't always have to be that. It could just be something that this person knows that you really, really like. Okay, let's see here. For Capricorn, on Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your 10th house trines Jupiter transiting in your 2nd house of Aquarius. So we've got your 10th house of career making a trine to your 2nd house of earned income. Obviously, this is something good. Okay, so on this day, I believe that you may learn that you are getting an increase in your rate of pay or an increase in income in somewhere along the way. Even if you don't work at all, there's still some kind of, you live somehow, right? You got to have money coming in somewhere. And on this day, this is when something like that would actually happen, would be put in place, or you could actually be on the receiving end of doing something, but it's usually from your career or your previous career, what you used to do, something or other. On Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury again in your 10th house of Libra squares Pluto transiting in your 1st house of Capricorn. And this is just back to the thing with you know, maybe you're not seeing eye to eye with a colleague or a higher up, or if you're self-employed, a client, you both have different views on how a job should be done, or your work, your career period. You know, you could be very stubborn, I want to say, not moving, not yielding to whatever somebody may be suggesting to you. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they don't even know what they're talking about, right? So I would have to say that's more than likely why you would be doing something like that. Okay, so on November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 11th house opposes Uranus transiting in Taurus in your 5th house. So these two houses, 11th house is like your most sociable house. It's where you would normally go to hang out with your friends, okay, your group of friends. 5th house is the house of fun and romance, entertainment of any kind, parties, gambling, stuff like that. The opposition between these two, I would have to say, is between a friend or an organization that you belong to, or some club that maybe you hang out at, or a bar or something like that. Could happen with somebody that possibly you're dating, okay, or your romantic interest even. You could, I don't know, all kinds of, like Uranus governs anything unexpected and surprising, okay, so something could happen in that your relationship with someone right now. You could actually run into them out somewhere, not even expect to see them because they said they were doing something else. So they were going to be out of town or blah, blah, blah. So you caught them in a lie. or something like that. It doesn't even have to be romance, though. It could be like a friend, you know. It could be a little white lie even, but it's just something very unexpected. It's almost like being out with your friends somewhere and running into an old flame. Okay, possibly that brings a little uncomfortable air about it. You know, I don't think it's a stalker or anything like that, but it's just something that maybe was part of your past. Okay, that you thought that's where they belong and that's where they should have stayed, and then all of a sudden there they are. Okay. Oops. Oh, okay. So on Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 11th house sextiles Venus, transiting in your first house of Capricorn. So this is very nice. Okay, your group of friends or people that you socialize with, even on social media, or like complimenting you, like your personality. They're enhancing it in some way or other by building up your ego a little bit, by saying very nice things about you. Just totally out of the blue. It's not even like you were like fishing for compliments or anything. It's just people are noticing some really nice things about you and like your personality. Okay, so for Aquarius, on Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your 9th house, trines Jupiter, transiting in your first house of Aquarius. So this may be, these both are travel planets, Mercury and Jupiter. And Mercury is in your 9th house of long-distance travel. Jupiter's in your first house all year, and usually when Jupiter's in your own sign, you do kind of take that trip of a lifetime. I've mentioned this I don't know how many times. So this could be one of those days that you actually do something like that. So if it's not a trip, though, it could be something that you've always wanted to try. That's what Jupiter is supposed to do for you when it's in your sign. It's supposed to open up your horizons. You know, you're supposed to, like, I don't know, go exploring or something, do something different. So this could be one of those days where even if it's just somebody pulling you aside and teaching you something you've always wanted to know. It could be like somebody's, you know, grandma or grandpa that's teaching you how to do something, some kind of really neat form of art or something that was done, you know, when they were a child that isn't done anymore. You know, it's something possibly traditional or from a different culture or something or other. It could even be, you know, blacksmithing or something different, you know, that just isn't even around anymore. But it is. It's just not like really well known or popular, but it's something you've always wanted to do. Okay. On Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury again in Libra in your 9th house squares Pluto, transiting in your 12th house of Capricorn. So this aspect has been around before. You know, we've already mentioned about maybe you possibly secretly disagreeing with someone that you don't share the same opinions or views on life or philosophy or anything like that. And that just kind of continues, you know. Now, if you were to have a conversation possibly with this same person again, I would have to say that, you know, maybe you are kind of like speaking up this time. A lot of times the reason you aren't, or you didn't say anything in the past, was because I don't know, you didn't want to hurt their feelings. They may have been like a in-law or somebody, like, you know, I always say it's somebody you can't get away from because you're related to them in some way or other. So you're usually expected to show them some kind of respect, especially if they're an older person, like an aunt or an uncle or something like that. So on this day, though, I think you probably are like, you know, it's the conversation is getting boring already. It's the same subject over and over again. So you'll either let it slide or just finally say something like, you know what, this is stupid. I'm tired of talking about this. Okay. On Thursday, November 4th, The Sun in Scorpio in your 10th house opposes Uranus transiting in your 4th house of Taurus. So your 10th house is your career. It's your most public house in your chart. So it's how people view and speak about you publicly. It's how you're known by reputation, professionally and personally. Usually at this time, you know, Mars is here right now. So maybe you're up for some kind of an award or a position, a new position, something with prestige in it, okay? Now the opposition to Uranus in your 4th house of your home life, your private life, your family, where you live, where you actually physically live. It's also your past and your childhood. If you're like, I don't know, it's like a good example would be like if you were running for office, some kind of office, your opposition would dig up something about your past, okay, to like put out there, you know, to try to fight dirty more or less while they're campaigning. You know, something stupid, but it still means, it doesn't mean that they're not going to do it, okay? So something like that. That's just an example, okay? There could also be something in your personal life, though, that is maybe like holding you back. It could be even a family member. It could be a child even that you are more concerned with than like your career or getting ahead in some way or other. But it's like the planet Uranus is very unpredictable. It causes things to happen very suddenly, very unexpectedly. So something like that could happen right now, you know, within your personal life, from your career, or from your public life. I don't really know if it will happen in public, but you could have like some kind of just like loud fight kind of in a public place with a family member, okay? On Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 10th house, sextiles Venus transiting in your 12th house of Capricorn. So this is actually very nice. It's almost like a colleague or someone you would like to impress or be like. You would like to be like them. Kind of acknowledges you in some way or other, even if they just like take you under their wing or give you some kind of good advice in regards to your career or whatever. But it gives you like a feeling of satisfaction that you're being accepted by someone that you would like to be like, okay? For Pisces, on Monday, November 1st, Mercury in Libra in your 8th house, trines Jupiter transiting in your 12th house of Aquarius. So your 12th house, you know, is your house of secrets and things happening behind the scenes, either by you or someone else. Having Jupiter here, like for as long as it has been, means that you're kind of maybe have been in cahoots with somebody, possibly a family member, cousin or sibling, and you've been getting help, or you've been offering help to someone. You've been helping them whatever way that you can. But right now, Mercury in your 8th house of money, other people's money and resources, means that you're kind of like on the receiving end. I've already mentioned this in the past, that you could be getting some money and you want to keep quiet about it because other people in your life have plans for that money, okay? You know, forget about you. They're going to try to get you to do all kinds of stuff with it, okay? So maybe not a good idea to let people know that you've come into some kind of money. And this is just one of those times where if you haven't received something yet, maybe this is the day that you will, okay? Money or some kind of inheritance, okay? On Tuesday, November 2nd, Mercury again in your 8th house of Libra squares Pluto transiting in your 11th house of Capricorn. So we're back to money and friends again. This transit has already taken place in the past. And it's like, you know, do I spend money to do something fun with my friends? Is it really worth it? Even though they're being kind of pushy about it, they really want you to do this thing. Or it could be some kind of charity that wants you to donate, or organization that maybe you belong to, or you belonged to in the past but you don't anymore. They're trying to get you to rejoin and whatever. But it's money and someone trying to, in a way, get you to part with it. Okay, on Thursday, November 4th, the Sun in Scorpio in your 9th house opposes Uranus transiting in your 3rd house of Taurus. And, okay, so both of these are communication and travel houses. Okay, the Sun in your 9th house is like long distance communication and travel. 3rd house is local, more or less. It's, I would have to say, though, at this time, 9th house is many things, but one of them is legal matters. 3rd house is, regular postal mail, email, text message, phone call, anything like that. So I would say that maybe you're going to get some kind of surprising phone call or communication of some kind through the regular mail that kind of, because I already said this to whomever has reversed. Taurus on the 9th house, Scorpio on the 3rd. Okay, it's the same thing, kind of. I would kind of ignore any kind of communication that I got on this day that sounded really alarming and was trying to get me to take some kind of action, especially regarding like a legal matter, okay? Could be someone just like fishing, trying to, I don't know, get you to act or get you to do something you wouldn't normally do, even if it is just to respond, okay? But it's, Uranus kind of has unexpected and sudden things, occurrences happen, okay, in wherever it's transiting, and this is an opposition in your 3rd house of your everyday life. This is your neighborhood, your neighbors, your siblings, cousins. This could be in transportation even, something could like happen with your car, if you're driving in your car, or if you are traveling even. Could be very hard to travel at this time. I would have to say, if you're flying, you know how people are flipping out on planes anymore? This would be like something like that. You're on a plane and you're like, you could just hardly wait to get there, and then you've got this obnoxious passenger, which just seems like the going thing nowadays. So this is like a transit like that, or whatever. Okay, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just giving an example. Okay, on Saturday, November 6th, Mercury in Scorpio in your 9th house sextiles Venus, transiting in your 11th house of Capricorn. So this is, I think, very nice, like a rapport with someone who is a foreigner. They either live in another country or they're live where you are now, but they're from another country, and they have a different background than yours, a different cultural background, and you're having a really nice rapport with this person. Though they really like you. You're becoming like a little bit closer than with them than you have been, because you have a lot in common with them, and you're kind of like learning off of one another, even if it's just exchanging recipes. Okay. So I hope everyone enjoyed their astrological forecast for this week. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and like and share this video. Let's see, check out Ask Me a Question in the description below. There is for people who only need to know like maybe one thing about their chart. But if you did want your entire chart done, check out my website. There's a link there to that, where you can get more information, and check out my monthly forecasts. Okay, I'll see you next week. Goodbye.